It is just a few days to go before Washington marks its fourth partial shutdown of the United States government. Jeff Sanidad has the details.
United States Republican House Speaker Kevin McCarthy on Wednesday denied a stopgap bill from advancing to the Senate. This brings Washington closer to its fourth partial shutdown of the U.S. government in a decade, with just days before its deadline of September 30. If the shutdown comes, it will lead to the furlough of hundreds of federal workers, as well as the suspension of the multitude of government services. A plan was set in the Senate Tuesday that would fund the government through November 17, providing lawmakers enough time to agree on the funding levels for the full fiscal year opening on October 1st. Top Senate Democrat Chuck Schumer underscored that the Senate would hold the next voting on its bill.
This month, one of the Senate's top priorities will be to keep the government open beyond the September 30th deadline. Both parties in both chambers will have to work together if we are to avoid a shutdown. So when the House returns next week, I implore, I beg my House Republican colleagues to follow the Senate's lead, to recognize that time is short, and the only way to avoid a shutdown is through bipartisanship in both the House and the Senate.
McCarthy, however, was hesitant to sign the bill over threats of being ousted. This is after he himself had a bad deal with the U.S. President Joe Biden in May for the party's $1.59 trillion in discretionary spending in fiscal 2024 turned into $120 billion reduction in funds.
They passed the debt ceiling, and they said they'd only do it on condition that it have all these cuts in it.
You know what? We should do something differently. And I think one of the best signs of a leader is acknowledging when they should correct, when they should do something different. And I believe this is a moment in time that he should reach across the aisle with us, and I want to work with him. I'll be the first one there to work with him just like we did on the debt ceiling. Let's do something on the border, keep government open, and show this nation that we can do it right.
The House is hoping for a decisive vote on the amendments to specific funding bills, even if all four bills were to be signed into law Saturday. But these would not be sufficient to prevent the partial government shutdown. As of now, it remains unclear whether there will be enough votes in the House to pass the bill. In Washington, D.C., Jeff Sanidad for Mata ng Agila International. Trusted, connected, on point.